डोंट नो आज मेरा कितना रिकॉर्डिंग होगा ये. Operator overloading is of two types: unary operator overloading and binary operator overloading. Okay, I'll just give you rough idea of what is operator overloading, and through that rough idea only I will write the program. Okay, and you will understand. Student, okay, it is unary and binary. Now when I talk about unary operator overloading, unary says, unary means single. Okay, unary means single. So मैंने सिर्फ एक ऑपरेटर डालना है और एक ऑपरेंट, that operand can be anything. Okay, let me talk about binary first, then unary will be more clear. When I say a plus b, okay, when I say a plus b, at that time I have one operator, that is plus, and a and b are my operands. So wherein I have two operands and one operator, it is known as binary operator overloading. And when I have one operator and one operand, at that time it is known as unary operator overloading. Now this operand can be anything. Huh? This operand can be anything. It can be any variable, any name, whatever you want to use. Okay, so what we are going to study today is unary operator overloading. How do you overload a unary operator? Okay, now I'm just giving you a simple example. Suppose I have a function known as void area int s. Suppose, okay, I have this. इसको अगर मुझे कॉल करना है, if I want to call this area function, at that time I write s dot, suppose मैंने एक ऑब्जेक्ट बनाया है x and then I call x dot area, right? This is the normal thing what we have studied. And the name, the syntax of writing a member function in a class is, you mention the return type, you write the name of the function, and then you write the arguments. Okay, so that is the normal syntax. Now what is operator overloading ka syntax? Unary operator overloading syntax. Okay, the syntax is, first you write the return type, whatever the return type you want to write. Okay, you write the keyword operator. You write the keyword operator, and then you mention the operator which you want to upload or which you want to declare or define. So instead of writing this area, instead of writing this member function area, I have this thing coming in picture. Operator OP. OP means any operator which you want to overload. Now what does operator overload mean? Operator overload say, I say multiplication. This operator cannot be used as the name of the function. Means instead of writing the name of the function, you write the operator. Okay. Now this multiplication cannot be overloaded, cannot be used as a member function name. Why? Because multiplication is used twice in C++. First to multiply two values, and second is to define a pointer. पॉइंटर डिफाइन करने के लिए मुझे ये वाला एस्टेरिस्क साइन यूज होता है. ओके, वैसे ही अगर मैं इसका एक एग्जांपल लूं, आई सिंपली राइट वॉइड ऑपरेटर प्लस एंड देन आई राइट द आर्गुमेंट लिस्ट. I write void operator keyword plus, and then I write the argument list. Okay. Now for calling this normal function area, normal member function area wherein operator overloading is not used, you write x dot area. Everyone can listen me?
Yes, ma'am.
Because the power cut, आज क्या हो गया, आज power cut क्यों हो गया? So ये इन्वर्टर पे चल रहा है मेरा. X dot area is fine. X dot area is understood because ये object है और object के through मैं इसको call करूँगी. But how will I call this operator? How will I call this operator? I cannot, as a rule, I should write x dot plus and then I can call. By rule, कोई भी member function अगर call करना है तो object use होता है, dot operator use होता है, dot is also an operator, plus the name of the function it is, okay, the operator which I have overloaded, and whatever the argument list is. But writing this is incorrect. Can anyone give me the reason why? Can anyone give me the reason why this x is the name of the object, this dot is an operator, plus is an operator which is overloaded, so I'm calling so that I can execute the steps whatever is written inside this. So why I cannot write this? क्या आप कभी भी ऐसे लिखते हैं a plus minus b एक साथ? आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट ब्रैकेट्स. क्या आप कभी ऐसे लिखते हैं a plus minus b? टू ऑपरेटर्स कभी आप साथ में लिखते हैं मैथ्स में? नहीं. okay? नहीं. सो वैसे ही यहां पर भी यू कैन नॉट हैव टू ऑपरेटर्स एट द सेम टाइम. डॉट b and plus b. At the end, it is an operator only, na? The topic name is only operator overloading. So to call this function, how will you call this function then? भले ये operator overloading है, but है तो ये member function है ना? Member function ही है एक class का. So how will you call this plus? To call this member function, you need to write the name of the operator जो आपने यहाँ पे डिक्लेयर किया है और डिफाइन किया है, एंड द नेम ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट. बस. द कॉलिंग मेथड of operator overloading is different. In unary operator overloading, the calling method is different. Why? Because two operators, आप object के साथ भी एक operator लगा रहे हो dot, और आपको आपका जो member function का नाम है वो भी एक operator ही है. So two operators cannot go hand in hand at the same time in calling. So there has to be some other way of calling that operator or that member function. So to call, the calling method is this. Roughly you have understood what is operator overloading?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so then I will move ahead with a simple program which is there in notes also, and you can write. Exam में the question, अच्छा exam वाला part में आपको बात करूँ. I'll just write down the program. Okay, I have declared a class space. Okay, I have a member. I have a class space. In this, I have variables x and y, and I have a member function known as display. I have a operator overloading, wherein I have overloaded minus operator. Okay, in this program I have not used, in this program I have not used plus. वो मैंने आपको normal example में plus बताया था, यहाँ पे मैंने minus use किया है. Okay, same the keyword operator I have used. Now every time I write a program defining it inside the class, all the member functions are declared and defined inside the class. In this program I have used how to define the member functions outside the class using scope resolution operator. Okay, that also simultaneously आपका revision हो जाएगा. So मैंने एक void space, the name of the class I have used scope resolution operator as I am defining the member functions now outside. So this is the display wala member function. I have just displayed x and y. Now this मैंने I have used a class same मैंने class space use किया scope resolution. Now here I am defining it outside. So यहाँ पे मैंने operator पूरा keyword use किया है, operator keyword भी मैंने use किया है. Okay, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed, only the name of the member function. यहाँ पे अगर suppose मैंने get data लिखा होता तो मैं यहाँ पे लिखती get data, but instead of that get data I have used something known as operator overloading. तो इसलिए मैंने operator minus और operator minus यहाँ पे use किया और मैंने यहाँ पे x जो भी x का value होगा उसको minus x minus किया और इसको minus y किया. And now यहाँ पे मैंने now in the lower part I have used space s, that is the name of the object. Okay, enter two numbers c in xy. S dot display, s dot display. S is a normal object what I have created and display is a normal member function. So I am just calling s dot display, so it will display. पहले यहाँ पे आएगा enter two numbers. Suppose मैंने enter किया 23 and 46. Okay, and then it says cout. It says cout minus s. So minus s. Now you see how I am calling this function. Now I have to call this function. So to call this function, I am using simply minus. That is the operator which is overloaded, the name of the operator and the name of the object and the argument list if there is any. So this is called in this step. And then simple s dot display. Now the values are changed. Now it will be minus 23 minus 46. Okay, so the whole explanation lies in this word operator and how to call it. But instead of writing the name of the member function, you write the word, the keyword operator and the operator which you want to overload. That's all. Now why do we use this? Now in real world, in programs they say that it is used to hide the data. We don't know that उस particular function के अंदर क्या है, because sometimes when you write the coding, like when you open Facebook also and when you right click and you say view source, so जो आपको coding दिखती है, that is not the whole coding of Facebook. आपको वो पूरी is for 4 marks it comes. What are the rules of writing operator overloading? Now there are 8 rules of writing operator overloading. Each rule in exam has half mark. Each rule has half mark in exam. Okay, so total 8 rules are there. You have to by heart those rules. Now first rule says that only existing operators can be overloaded. You cannot overload any new operator. ओके आप खुद का कोई नया ऑपरेटर इंट्रोड्यूस नहीं कर सकते हैं. माइनस माइनस हो गया या माइनस 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 प्लस प्लस प्लस, आप ऐसा कोई ऑपरेटर यूज नहीं कर सकते हैं. ओके, the overload operator must have at least one operand of user defined. One operand of user defined. Okay, why? Because जब भी आप इसको कॉल करेंगे तो ये जो s है यहाँ पे, जो ये जो s है ये यूजर डिफाइंड ऑब्जेक्ट है. ऑब्जेक्ट इज यूजर डिफाइंड. ओके, सो वो यूजर डिफाइंड के थ्रू ही कॉल हो सकता है. नेक्स्ट, द बेसिक मीनिंग ऑफ एन ऑपरेटर कैन नॉट चेंज. ओके, द ओवरलोड ऑपरेटर्स मस्ट फॉलो द सिंटैक्स रूल्स ऑफ ओरिजिनल ऑपरेटर्स. मीन्स ऐसे करके आपके 8 रूल्स हैं दैट यू हैव टू बाय हार्ट. सो दैट आंसर कम्स फॉर 4 marks. द नेक्स्ट आंसर विच कम्स for 3 marks, usually they ask, this answer is asked that what are the steps of writing operator overloading. What are the 3 steps? So for just writing 3 lines, okay, you get 3 marks. So what is operator overloading? State the 3 steps in operator overloading comes for 3 marks. The very first step is that you create a class, wherein you declare and define the operator which you have to use, and then declare the operator function in the public part of the class. इसको हमेशा पब्लिक में ही आप कर सकते हैं, प्राइवेट में नहीं कर सकते. दैट्स द सेकंड स्टेप. द थर्ड स्टेप इज डिफाइन द ऑपरेटर फंक्शन. डिफाइन मींस यहाँ पे मैंने डिक्लेयर किया है, यहाँ पे मैंने उसको डिफाइन किया है. सो देयर आर जस्ट 3 स्टेप्स ऑफ operator overloading. So these 2 answers you have to study for operator overloading. Okay, what are the 3 steps involved in operator overloading? ये आंसर आता है एग्जाम में. And what are the 8 rules of operator overloading? Okay, for 4 and 3 marks. So that's the topic, operator overloading. Okay.